We're continuing now to Shir number 3, and we're going to the Rambam, Seif Yid. Kishetirtza leida m'koyim hashemesh b'mahalocha hamtzoi b'chol zman shetirtza. You would like to know the mean position of the sun. Tikach minyan hayom shemektilas yom ha'ikar ad hayom shetirtza. You should find how many days passed since the epoch. Epoch means the day that the Rambam gives that we started off. That's the night he said before Nasif test, Leil Chamishi. That's the starting point, and the Rambam gave you the data. He said that he said two data for that time. Number one, where the sun is b'malacha hamtzoi. It's 7:3:32, and then the Rambam gave the second piece of data where the Goy Hashemesh was at that time. So now the Rambam is going to give you something to do to find out more information. So the Rambam says like this. First of all, you take the how many days pass by. The source of hakol ala ikar. The skabes kol mina mina. You add together the minutes with the minutes and the seconds with the seconds, the chalakim with the chalakim. Va'yoytzei, and what comes out, the final number, hu mekoyim hashemesh b'mhalcha tzoi la'oisa hayom. The final thing, that's the where the sun is. The amtzoi means the mean sun. Ketzat. Now I'm going to give you an example here. Let's say we want to find out the mean, where's the position of the mean sun. I'm just going to say over again, if somebody should listen to all the other recordings, but somebody doesn't know what the mean sun is. The mean sun is the sun where the position is if you are standing in the center of the sun's orbit. That's not the Earth. The Earth is not the center. But imagine somebody is standing in space, the center of the sun's orbit, and he will find the sun, where the sun would be, what's going to be the background, what the mazel the sun is going to be. Okay, we explained that in the previous year. So the Rambam, let's see that says like this. Let's say we want to find out the Tchilas Leila Shabbos. Sheyoyim Yabah Asal Hachodesh Tammuz B'Shana Zu. It's Friday night, and the Sheyoyim, the day of that is Abba Asal Hachodesh Tammuz. In other words, Abba Asal was on a Friday. Sheish Nasa Ikar. We're still using the same year that the Rambam started. So he started off with Nisan, and now he's up to Tammuz, just a few months later. It's exactly 100 days. The Rambam decided to use a nice number. So he said, let's count 100 days from that. Okay, so that's how do you do the math. So we said already before that the mean speed, how much the sun goes in 100 days, is Tzadik Ches, 98 degrees, Lamed Gimel, 33 Chalakim, and 53 Shnis. Vaisafnu ala Iker, and we add that number to the Iker, to the starting point, Shu Zayin Gimel Lamed Beis, Yotzim and Acherten, so you do the math, it comes out 105 miles, Shiva Shloishim Chalakim, 37, V'chomesh V'esem Shnis. Simonam Kuf Hey, Lam Zayin Chof Hey. That's the final place where the sun is. Now, the Rambam likes to translate that into mazalas. So we take 105. It's 3 whole mazalas, Shoyer and Tleh, Shoyer to Umem, and then comes, that's 90 degrees. The next step after that comes Sartan. So it comes out that it's 15 degrees, because it's 15 plus 90 is 105. So it's 15 degrees, it's like half past Mazel Sartan. Mimalas, and another 37 chalakim, Mimalas Sheish Esrei. Yeah. Okay, so that's simple math. You don't have to, this is simple addition. Next. So we said there's some tiny correction here that you might want to ask. The Rambam is warning you shouldn't get confused. you should get bothered. So when we said before, the Rambam gave this ikar. At what time is it referring? It's referring by the shkia. When the sun set that day, Gimel, he said, Ala ikar shehu zayin. When is that? It means the sun is there at 6 p.m. I'm not saying 6. The point is by the shkia. I don't know if it was 6 p.m. The shkia time, Gimel Nisan. That's where the sun was. It was 7/3/32. So when we say 100 days, technically we mean 100 times 24 hours. So Tammuz, the Shkia is a little bit later. Let's say a half hour later, or maybe even more. So how can we say only 100 days? L'chayra, we should count 100 days and another half hour. So we have to add a tiny drop. That's the Rambam's trying to say. Don't worry about that here. So the Rambam's up. When we talk about the moon, then we will take this into consideration. But the sun travels so slow, it's only 1 degree a day. So in 1 hour, it's less than a degree actually. So 1 hour, if you want to figure out, you just do the math, it's, let's say 59 degrees. So 59 divided by 24, it's 2 halakim per hour, and 1 chelik per half hour. So the Rambam says, don't worry about this 1 chelik that the sun's further away. Don't worry about it. The most it can go, because the Rambam gives you a time by an Tkufas Nisan. So it's either a half hour later, maybe 45 minutes, or a half hour earlier. That's why the Rambam chose Tkufas Nisan, so it shouldn't be off. It should be whatever time of the year you're counting, it shouldn't be too much away. By the Shkia from any given time of the year is either half hour earlier than Nisan or half hour later, especially in Eretz Yisrael where it doesn't change so drastically. So anyway, the Rambam does not say don't worry about this. When we talk about the moon, then we'll worry about it. Even 1,000 years, the you should add together whatever the remainder is and add to the ikar. The same method you use. You know how much travels 1 day. The Seder ikar. We also know the starting point, epoch. It kabetz malacha the shon vayom shel tirtza. Tois mal ikar yitzcham koyme malacha tzoy. Geen tas goy va shemesh. Tois malacha be is vayom shon al ikar yitzcham koyme goy va shemesh lo is vayom shel tirtza. Now, if you want to create your own starting point, let's say we could talk to ourselves. We don't want to start counting hundreds of thousands days from the Rambam's time. So we want to, so to speak, let's say somebody wants to write a sefer today. He wants to create a new ikar. It means, let's make Nisan Shnas Tavshin Samach. The Sefer Chazon Shemayim did it actually. He created all the data from the Rambam for the more modern times. Like this, whatever you want to figure out, you just count from that day instead of counting all the way from the Rambam's day. You want to do it in a certain time where it's easy, the beginning of a machzor or beginning of the hundreds. It's a good idea. Okay, so it's a very simple way how to do it. How do you make? Rambam is teaching you how to create a new ikar. You know already how much the sun travels in a year, in 29 days. It means it's 1 day more, because Cheshvan and Kislev have both 30 days. So it's 354 plus 1. It's missing. So 353 days. If it's the Cheshvan and Kislev are 29 and 30 respectively, that's exactly 30 days more, because it's the Adar Aleph has 30 days, so it's 354 plus 30. Then you have another day for Cheshvan has 30 days. So you just use this information and you create yourself a new day. Or you can move backwards. Let's say somebody wants to know where the sun was in the time of Yitzias Mitzrayim, so he goes backwards. And then you can use that as your starting point. Just as you can figure out where the Emsa Shemesh is in the coming days, in the future, the same also, you can also go and figure out where it was in the past time. So it just, instead of doing plus, you do minus. Now, okay, now we will start Perik Yud Gimel. So till here it was quite easy. Now we'll get to the next level. Zog the Rambam. In Tirtza Leidam Koyim Hashem Shah Miti. So here the word Amiti is in contrast to Emtsoi. It means the true place of the sun. So, what does that mean, the true place? So, the first to explain what the true sun versus the mean sun, we're going to show here a diagram to understand what's going on. Okay, take a look at this diagram here. So here there's no circles anymore. You gotta somehow graduate that circle and just use lines to understand what's the true sun. So E is the Earth is. C is the center of the sun's rotation. S is where the sun is. So let's say from S to C is 2 inches. So we understand that there's always this S is always going to be 2 inches away of C. S makes a circle with a radius of 2 inches around, and it surrounds it around C. C is a point in space, that's the center where the sun revolves. However, Earth is somewhere else. Now, let's understand something. This point K is the point where when the sun is here, passes by this line somewhere, whenever it's on this line, ECK, sun goes somewhere here. At this point, he is the furthest away from Earth. We explained that a few shurim ago. He's the furthest away. And then, afterwards, he comes somewhere here, he's the closest. That's called Goy V'Hashemesh. Where this point is, we decided now 71. I think that's the Rambam's number, so we're going to use that number. So let's imagine that when the sun is here at this point, if you would look from Earth past this line where the center is, and you would continue towards the sun, you would bump into the point of 71 on the Galgal Mazals. This means that the Goy V'Hashemesh is 71. Then the sun goes here, and here, and here, and then it reaches this point, 71 plus 180. That's 251. At 251, it's the closest to Earth. Air always, everywhere in between, it's not so far, not so close, it's somewhere in between. The main point here, and I'll finish the shir with this because it's already 15 minutes, is to understand that somebody standing by C, he will see the sun at this point where it says S2, the star that's there. Let's say S2 is millions of miles away. The other guy on Earth will see the sun, the same sun, the background star will be S1. Okay, this is the end of the shir.